Unit 1 Home Life. 1. I am responsible for the homework. 2. Take responsibility for. 3. Assume responsibility for. 4. I feel secure and safe at home. 5. She is a security or safety guard. 6. My brother often plays tricks on me. 7. He is sometimes mischievous. 8. Doctors are always under a lot of pressure. 9. My parents put me under a lot of pressure, such as getting good marks. 10. We must join hands to make our school better and better. 11. I often do the household chores to help my mother. 12. We try hard to create a close-knit family. 13. My mother is a caring woman. 14. She always supports me. 15. She is always supportive of me.
Unit 1 Home Life. Speaking. Questions. 1. Who works in the family? 2. Who does the household chores? 3. What is your responsibility in the family? 4. What interests do your family members often share closely? 5. Who do you share your secrets with? 6. Who do you talk to before you make an important decision? 6. Who do you talk to before making an important decision?
Unit 1 Home Life. Speaking. 1. In my family, only my father works. 2. Members of my family share the household chores. 3. My responsibility in the family is to wash the dishes. 4. In my family, the interest we share closely is watching football. 5. I often share my personal secrets with my father. 6. I always talk to my parents before making an important decision. Unit 1 Home Life. Speaking. In my family, both of my parents work. Almost all of the family members share the household chores. Washing the dishes and cleaning the house are the things that I often do to help them. All of us also like watching movies on TV when we have free time at the weekends. The person who I usually share my personal secrets with is my older sister. Moreover, I always ask my parents for advice before I make an important decision. Hi guys. Welcome to the vocabulary revision. 1. Make a decision. 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 2. My personal secrets. 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 3. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. 4. That sounds great. 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 5. I've booked a flight. I've booked a flight. I've booked a flight. I've booked a room. I've booked a room. I've booked a room. 6. I'm considering. I'm considering. I'm considering. I'm considering. I'm considering. 7. The seat's been reserved. 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 8. It's important to me. 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 9. Take a bus. 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 10. Get together. Get together. Get together. Get together. Get together. 11. She often cooks big meals, so we have leftovers for days. She often cooks big meals, so we have leftovers for days. She often cooks big meals, so we have leftovers for days. She often cooks big meals, so we have leftovers for days. She often cooks big meals, so we have leftovers for days.
So, Andrea, you're going home for the holiday?
I am. I've booked a flight for tomorrow afternoon and I can't wait.
That sounds great.
What about you? Going home too?
I haven't decided yet. I'm still considering.
Haven't decided yet? Oh, you are never going to get a flight out of here. All the seats have been reserved by now, I'm sure. It's the holiday season, after all.
Well, it's not very important to me. My family lives about 180 kilometers from here. I usually take the train or the coach.
You don't sound excited about it.
Well, we are not really a very close-knit family. I have 3 brothers, and they've spread out all over the place. We rarely get together as a family anymore.
Well, I try to get home as soon as possible. We're a big family. There are 6 of us, children, so it's always a lot of fun.
6 kids?
Yes, and we're all really close. My brothers are married, so it makes for a very crowded home over the holidays. And there are too many people to cook for, so we end up going out to dinner a lot. That's also fun.
Well, at my home, my mother loves to cook. So when we get home, she often cooks big meals. We have leftovers for days.
Unit 1 Home Life. Writing. Listen and check your answers. 1. My parents don't let me come home late. 2. My mother doesn't allow me to use the family motorbike. 3. My father permits me to talk on the phone with friends. 4. I am allowed to go out with friends. 5. My brother has to prepare meals. 6. My sister must do the household chores. 7. My sister, brother and I are not allowed to watch TV. 8. My brother is permitted to use the family motorbike. 9. My parents don't let my sister hang out with friends. 10. My brother and I have to clean the house.
Unit 1 Home Life. Writing. Listen and check your answers. Every family has its own rules. Mine has a few. First, I have to prepare meals. Because my mother is very busy with her work. Next, I am permitted to watch TV. After I have finished my homework. Besides, my mother also lets me talk on the phone with friends. If I don't use it for too long. Moreover, as a girl, I am not permitted to come home late. Except for special reasons. And my parents don't allow me to use the family motorbike. Out of fear of accident. Despite the rules, we all feel comfortable and safe. Because we know that our parents want the best things for us.
Hi, guys. This is audio for sentence transformation 1. From simple past to present perfect. And from present perfect to simple past. 1. I have never tasted such a delicious cake in my life. This is the delicious cake I have ever tasted in my life. It is the first time I have tasted such a delicious cake in my life. 2. I started working in this hotel 6 months ago. I have been working in this hotel for 6 months ago. 3. I haven't seen a movie for a long time. It is for a long time since I have seen a movie. The last time I saw a movie was a long time ago. 4. It's 4 years since Robert and Catherine was married. Robert and Catherine have been married for 4 years. 5. How long have Catherine and Henry got engaged? When did Catherine and Henry get engaged? 6. We haven't seen our grandfather for 2 years. The last time we saw our grandfather was 2 years ago. It is for 2 years since we have saw our grandfather. 7. We haven't gone to the cinema for 2 years. The last time we went to the cinema was 2 years ago. It is for 2 years since we went to the cinema. 8. The last time we went back to his village was in 1989. He hasn't gone back to his village since 1989. 9. They have been learning English for 4 years. They started learning English 4 years ago. 10. The last time I saw David was in 1989. I haven't seen David since 1989. 11. Thursday hasn't met her boyfriend since they left school. The last time Thursday met her boyfriend was when they left school. 12. It has been a year since they last phoned us. They haven't phoned us for a year. The last time they phoned us was a year ago. 13. It's the first time I have read such an interesting book. I've never seen such an interesting book before. It is the most interesting book I have ever read. 14. The last time we were to the concert was over a year ago. We haven't gone to the concert for a year. It is over a year since we were to the concert. 15. Lawrence last saw his sister when she left for Japan. Lawrence hasn't seen his sister since she left for Japan. 16. She hasn't gone out with him for 2 months. The last time she went out with him was 2 months ago. It is for months since she went out with him. 17. How long has she been preparing for her overseas study? When did she prepare for her overseas study? 18. We haven't seen her since Christmas Day. The last time we saw her was on Christmas Day. 19. She has left university for 2 years. It's for 2 years since she has left university. 20. How long is it since you saw Mary? When did you see Mary? 21. This is the first time I have eaten this kind of food. I haven't eaten this kind of food before. 22. It has been raining for an hour. It started raining an hour ago. 23. I began studying English 3 years ago. I have been studying English there for years. 24. It's the first time I have read such an interesting book. I've never read such an interesting book before. 25. We haven't seen Joanna for 2 weeks. It is for 2 weeks since we have seen Joanna. The last time we saw Joanna was 2 weeks ago. 26. It is 10 years since he last was back to his hometown. He hasn't been back to his hometown for 10 years. The last time he was back to his hometown was 10 years ago. 27. My father has not seen my uncle for nearly 20 years. It is for nearly 20 years since my father has seen my uncle. The last time my father saw my uncle was nearly 20 years ago. 28. I haven't met him since 1985. The last time I met him was in 1985. 29. The last time we wrote to each other was 5 years ago. We haven't written to each other for 5 years. 30. I haven't played tennis since I was 20. The last time I played tennis was when I was 20. I last played tennis when I was 20. 31. I haven't called her for days. It's for days since I have called her. The last time I called her was days ago. 32. I have never read such a romantic story. This is the most romantic story that I have ever read. It is the first time I have ever read such a romantic story. 33. When did they buy the house? How long have they bought the house? 34. We haven't decorated this room for years. It is for years since we have decorated this room. The last time we decorated this room was years ago. 35. It's 3 months since she last was to the hairdressers. She hasn't been to the hairdressers for 3 months. The last time she was to the hairdressers was 3 months ago. 36. It's the most famous person I have ever met. I have never met such a famous person before. It is the first time I have seen such a famous person. 37. They haven't visited me for 5 years. The last time they visited me was 5 years ago. It is for 5 years since they have visited me. 38. It's the first time I have seen such a mess in my life. I have never seen such a mess in my life before. 39. It's first time I have seen such a dirty-looking dog. I have never seen such a dirty-looking dog before. It is the dirtiest-looking dog I have ever seen.